Hello everybody, today we are talking about if the Xm-1 is still worth it in 2022. Now, it is about to be 2023, so this will be like a dual review. As you can see, this is the Xm-1. This hunk of a junk. This is one of the early versions of the Abrams. This is one of the prototypes by GM. Now, this is not what you'd expect. It's a pretty fast, nimble tank. Good gun. Got what, 3 guns on it? Or machine guns. It does have stab, but this is a light tank. This is one of those things where you have to be on, like, watching your back. Now, as you can see, this has a variety of shells, ranging from what, Sabo, which, if I wasn't such a bad shot, but it does have 3 guns. I believe it's 2 762s and 150. You do have, like I said earlier, the Sabo. You have Heat FS there, which stands for High Explosive Anti-Tank Fin Stabilized, which I will demonstrate Sabos right now, I believe so. Now, you have 2 other shells. You have High Explosive Squash Head right there, Hesh, and then you have a Smoke Shell. As you can see, if that wasn't a bad shot, that probably could have been a critical shot. Yeah, there you go. There's my good shot. And then you have Heat FS. This thing does have access to thermals, as you can see. Not the best thermals. I'm not sure what generation they are. It does have access to a laser rangefinder. As you can see right there, there's a Bradley. This tank is, I want to say, not even a jack of all trades. It's more of that good support vehicle. Now, this can hold its own ground, but you need to be, like, super precise with your shots, because one good stable round from what's that, this thing's BR? Let's just say a T62, and you're dead. Because this tank is just thin. Now, as you can see, we're going to demonstrate the smoke shell right now. So, we've demonstrated every round, I believe. As you can see, I launched. There you go. I wouldn't say you would use a smoke shell, but if you are someone who uses smoke shells, good for you, because I don't know how to use that. Here we're demonstrating the Hesh round. Launch it. That was just an unlucky shot because of Russian bias, but hey. Anyways, now I'm demonstrating speed. Now, according to the stats of this tank, it should be able to go to 40 or 45. I can't remember. And I believe I'm in knots. You don't usually use knots as a ground measurement, but I have it in air battle, so my apologies for that. Yeah, as you can see, it does have a stabilizer. You can't see how good it is, I guess you could say. As you can see, this tank is extremely fast. On a straight road right now, we're pushing 40 knots-ish, 38 if you want to, but it can go really fast. Now, something about this tank, it will get you to the advantage points real quick. This tank is very nimble. As you can see, I'm not going to go through the water, but we can start seeing the reverse speed. Now, I believe I got it to 20 knots, if not higher. I can't really tell you. I recorded this footage a few days ago. But yeah. As you can see, we're just backing up here. 23 knots. Or is that 33? I can't see. Looks like 33. Now, this thing does turn on the spot, which is another great benefit when it comes to being nimble. That means you can turn in them tight spaces without taking too much space. Now, this gun elevation is pretty good, as that is not the max gun elevation, I believe. But yeah. Now, okay, well, now we are in the hangar. Now, obviously, these are the specs of the tank. Turret rotation is 11 or 33.5 inches per second. There's your gun elevation, there's your top speed, there's your armor. Now, the armor is pretty bad, paper thin. The thickest armor you get is right there-ish. 200 millimeters. That's not going to save you from any round at the BR you're going to be in. Now, saying this, doesn't mean this tank is pretty bad, because it's terrible. No, I'm joking. As you can see there, it has 2 composite screens. I believe that's what it's called. Spaced armor, composite screens, same difference. There's a composite armor. Here, you know what you're going to be getting. Now, as I said, this isn't going to protect you from anything at your BR. So here we're just going to run a quick test on things, you know, what you normally fight. So let's get a 10.0. Oh no, 9 point, is that 9.5? No, 9.3, sorry. I'm looking at this through a small screen. 9.5 doesn't even exist. As you can see, the heat FS is going to go straight through. High explosive, I believe that one is. No, that's another heat FS. It's going to go through. That's the high explosive shell. There's nothing much that's going to save you. Here's an anti-tank missile. You see, that's not going to save you. And this is some 7mm from a machine gun. That's about the only thing that's going to save you. I'm pretty sure 50 cals can go through you. But as you can see. And let's just go to a different nation. You know, what if you fight China? Okay? You fight China, you're still not going to survive. That's a 9.0. Look at this. Ready? Boop. That saved you. Right? The cheeks are the only things going to save you with this round. But if they shoot you in the body, you might as well call it quits. Because as you can see, that just went straight into the ammo rack. You're going to blow up. So, here's a question. Is the Xm-1 still worth buying in 2022? I'm in the past. Is it worth buying it? If you want to grind the tech tree, I would say no, unless you have experience in different tech trees. Because as a beginner playing this, you won't know where any of the vantage points are. You won't know where any of the weak points are. You're just going to get shot and killed almost immediately. Now, if you're more experienced of a player, this is a really fun tank to play, especially with the right lineup. It's really fun. So if you're doing it for fun and not really much of you trying to grind, this is a really good choice. If you're more experienced and you want to grind it, this is a good choice. But I would say it depends on your situation. If you want to buy it, go right ahead. But like I said before, it does have a bit more cons than it does pros. Like I said, if you are experienced, this might not be the case. I'm just saying it as a general census. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching this quick little video on the Xm-1.